All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Brothers out of Great Millstone, Atlanta, Salakia. Back with another Godspeed and Lord willing is edifying. Before we get started, as always, want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. Double honors to our elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Want to say peace, safety, much love, and blessing to the occupant across the four corners of the earth that are pushing out this truth and sincerity and putting their lives on the line to do so. I want to say shalom to you, brothers. All right, so we're going to do a quick Godspeed touching on the parable of the vineyard workers in Matthew 20, and Lord willing is edifying. Because this work of ours, there are going to be a lot of men that be called in to work, all right? Some may be called in the first hour, second, third, but there's also, according to the scriptures and according to this parable that we're about to read, there's a such thing as an 11th hour Israelite, all right? Those that are walking around right now and may be appearing as if they're, just a regular Jake, or that they may be a part of the 2/3, which they, they're not. They're going to be waking up, right before judgment comes down on 2/3 of our people and these heathen, all right? And they're going to get the same reward as a man that's been laboring from day one, all right? So there's not rank in the camp is just for order's sake, all right? But when it comes down to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, he looks at all us, as the same, So let's get it, bro.
Matthew 20, verse 1. For the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder, which went out early in the morning to hire laborers into his vineyard. And when he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day, he sent them into his vineyard.
Yeah, so we've been hired to do the work of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai with what in contractual we'll get salvation. All right, if we do the work to the Lord's liking, and also, many are called but few are chosen. All right, that's the secret. You have to be of the chosen. All right, or else you're just doing work for the time being. For the Lord to use you. Whether it be for damnation or to use you as an example. All right, but when we picked up our plow and started, teaching the word, and coming to camp and doing lessons and videos, we've started to work in that vineyard, man, in hopes of being rewarded with salvation.
That's right,
ahead, bro.
Verse 3 says, and he went out about the 3rd hour and saw others standing idle in the marketplace. And I got it written down in my scriptures that the marketplace is the world. Which we've all been taken out of the world. So the Lord, like brother made the point about, this Jake in the world right now, they don't know that they're going to be part of the 11th hour. They might have heard something a couple years back with it, which I got a precept on there, what I'm about to say, but they might have heard something a few years back, but the Lord just ain't activated it yet. It says, verse 4, and said unto them, go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right I will give you. And they went their way. Again, he went out about the 6th and 9th hour and did the likewise. And about the 11th hour he went out and found others standing idle, and saying unto them, why stand ye here all day idle? Then they say unto him, because no man hath hired us. He saith unto them, go ye also into the vineyard.
Hey, and if I can say too, going into no man hath hired us, because there's Jake out in the world that are seeking for the truth, but there's no one else, there's nobody to give it to them. All right, until this word fall upon their ears and the Lord plants that seed. All right, now it's time to do the work. All right, you don't have an excuse now that there's no work for you to be done, like these 11th hour Israelites that were just standing there idle, looking for work. All right, but once the seed has been planted, all right, you pick up that plow. Hey, it's time to work, man. All right, and you may be in the truth for a day. All right, and all hell break loose. You may be in for a couple of weeks. And now it's time, for the Lord to start getting the ball rolling. You never know. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, if I could say too, and you can tell that there's no what's the word? What's the word? It'll come back to me. I know I just can't remember the word about. Oh, there's no bias in the scriptures, because if it tell you in 2nd Ezra chapter 2, it says them that stood so stiffly they all received the crown. So there's nobody in the kingdom. Well, he only worked for an hour. It's not gonna be none of that, man. Every man has his measure of in the truth, man, in order to receive salvation.
That's right.
You know? But
That's a good point.
going back to verse 7, the water, it says, they say unto him, because no man hath hired us, he saith unto them, go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right, that shall ye receive. So when even was come, the Lord called of the vineyard, saith unto his steward, call the laborers and give them their hire, beginning from the last unto the first. And when they came, they were hired about the 11th hour. And when they came that were hired about the 11th hour, they received every man a penny.
Right. And that's going into your point. Keep on.
It says, but when the first came, this is going exactly
what you just said.
That's the spirit. It says, but when the first came, they supposed that they should have received more.
Yeah, that's what the brother was talking about. Oh shit, I've been working since you know, since the truth dropped in 1969. You know, I should really, it should be an extra salvation for me. You know, or he shouldn't get the same salvation. No, it's like the brother said, ain't no bias. We've all been hired to do the work, no matter when you came in between the 1st and 11th hour. You're gonna get the same reward. Go ahead.
That's right. It says, but when the first came, they supposed that they should have received more, and they likewise received every man a penny. And when they had received it, they murmured against the good man of the house, saying, these last have wrought but 1 hour, and thou hast made them equal unto us, which have borne the burden of heat of that day. But he answered one of them and said, friend, I do thee no wrong. Didst not thou agree with me for a penny?
Right. So no matter you looking at the next man trying to count the next man's pocket, you still agree, all right, for the same work or the same reward as the person I just hired. This ain't like Esau bullshit ass jobs where if you there for longer, you get more pay. You may get a 50-cent raise or quarterly, however the case may be.
Yeah, this ain't no fucking union.
Right.
You know, like if you ever dealt with, you know, the union is, like you say you wanted a...
seniority, it deal by seniority.
Yeah, it deal with seniority. And you make bid over, let's say for instance, we had the same job, and I need this location because I work, you know, that's closer to where I live. And it'll benefit me and my family more. And you're like, nah, fuck it, I got seniority. I don't give a damn about you.
Right.
Because you've been there longer, you get to, you know, it ain't gonna be like that.
Yeah, it ain't like that when we come to do the work of the Heavenly Father, man. We all gonna get the same reward.
That's right.
All right. If there's not any more, is there a little more on there?
No, that was it.
That was the point?
Yeah.
All right, man. So, you know.
I do got one precept
go
for you,
ahead,
though.
brother.
This is 1 Corinthians 3, and I'm gonna start at verse 4. It says, for while one saith, I am of Paul, and another, I am of Apollos, are ye not carnal? Who then is Paul, and who is Apollos? But ministers by whom ye believed, even as the Lord gave to every man. I have planted, Apollos watered, but the Most High gave the increase. So then neither is he that planteth anything, neither is he that watereth, but the Most High that giveth the increase. And I mentioned about, you know, the brother had mentioned about the, you know, this Jake walking around. Hey, we all heard about the truth at some point, right? But it was the Most High that was like, all right, now it's time. So, you know, we have that understanding that it's gonna be men that come in at the very last bit that's gonna receive salvation and get that penny, man. So it's all up to the Most High. This how about Shemel Rashad's plan. It's not of our own. Well, nah, he was here first, so it ain't gonna be like that, man.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. Yeah. Hey, so, you know, Lord willing, that was edifying. We're gonna end it giving all praise, Lord, and honor to
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakodash.
Double honors to our elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom.
Shalom.